Hey everybody, Ray the Video Guy here, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about Social Marketing Suite. And the reason I wanted to talk about that is a lot of people kept asking me questions about this program, and so I took a quick look and thought, oh, you know, that looks pretty good, but of course I've got LeadPages, and LeadPages does all of this. But I kept hearing about it, and so I looked a little more and thought, oh, you know what? This would be a great program for people that don't have LeadPages or just don't want to pay the $500 a year specifically to have the ability to put things on Facebook. And so I decided to check this out a lot more closely, and I'm really glad I did because this actually is a lot more than I thought it would be. It actually does a ton of things that LeadPages wouldn't do for Facebook, such as creating a store. So you can actually build an entire store inside of here using this program. And it's a lot more customizable than LeadPages is. You can really get in there and do different things. Just to let everybody know, I have the Pro version here. So some of the things you might see in this video, you may not get if you get the basic one. And in here, this is the basic templates here. So these are the ones that you actually would get if you signed up for just the front end version, the basic version of the program for your own Facebook pages and whatnot. And then, of course, if you decide to go to Pro, that's where you can get some of these other ones. There's more sales page templates. There's more webinar page templates, more opt-in pages, shopping carts, and more thank you pages. Now, obviously, some of these that you're seeing in here were part of the basics, so you do get quite a few even with just the basic one. So let me show you what I've done here. I've actually already created one page here, a very simple one, just to show you how it works, and I'll click over here. You can see, very simple. It's for a webinar, and it's embedded into one of my Facebook pages there. It literally took me about 5 minutes to put this one together, and of course it's got different options in here and whatnot, and I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go back to create a campaign, and this is where you would choose the type of campaign you wanted to do. So for instance, if it was a webinar, I could choose one of these here to build my webinar page with. If it was a sales page, I could choose one of these to do the sales page, okay, etc., etc. If I wanted to build a store. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, in this case, I think I'm going to choose a sales page, and I don't want to take, well, let's see. Let's try this one here. I don't want to do one that's going to take a long time, and you guys will have to sit through that, so let's try, I'm just going to call this Teespring. And we'll pretend we're doing a Teespring campaign here. Okay, so as you can see on here, it's laid out in a fashion so you can kind of see the way this works. So it's literally built upon these WordPress-like modules here. And of course, if you want to at any time, there's up at the top here, you've got your Light Gateway background, save, preview, change template, and publish. So you can always change any of these. You can always hit preview. And of course, we haven't actually put anything on here yet, but this is what the preview will look like when we're done. And the cool thing about this is even in the preview mode, you could actually see the stuff and edit it inside of here as well. So you can actually change things about right from this page here. But let's go back here and we'll set this up. And for the sake of time, I'm actually going to leave it the way it is as far as selling a Broncos t-shirt. It goes against my Patriot spirit, but we're going to leave that here. So literally, in this case, it says, "Hey Wyoming, show some love for your Broncos." You can change that as much as you want. So, "Hey Utah, show some love for your Broncos." You can change the background colors, obviously, and you can also add. Now, this is kind of cool, very powerful, but be careful using this one and overusing it, and I'll show you why in a second. You can actually put animation effects into this. So if you wanted to do, some sort of animation like a bounce on the text box here, you can do that. Now, the reason I say be careful with this is, and I was careful not to do this before, but you can see we've got this here. I put one of the flip effects on the video area. So let's take a look at what happens here. So you can see it. Hey, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. So, you can do some powerful things. Obviously, if you're doing a video, I might not recommend, using this effect on the video box. But those types of effects are there. And you can have some fun with them, and they can draw some real good attention. You've got the ability to add Facebook comments on just about any module. So in other words, in this case, I put a Facebook module on the bottom half of our jumping video module here on the other one. But you can do that. You could add it right below your, you could put it right in your headline if you wanted to. Okay, so you can do that at any time. And once we're done with our header, you can close that down. Now you can choose your product image. Now in this case, we've already got our product image that's already in there, so I'm not really going to mess with it. You can choose your button here. So if we wanted to switch to this buy button, we could do that. This is where you would put the link to your Teespring campaign. So in this case, I'm just going to put Teespring. And just link it to the main page just for fun here. Again, you can put the Facebook comment if you want. And when we're set with that, we'll just close that down. Then you've got a spacing area here, so you can actually put spacing info here if you wanted to do that. We're going to leave that the way it is. You've got a text area on here, which is on the shirt for the sales part. So obviously we can change this anytime we want to whatever we want here. Okay, you can change the background again. Once again, you can add an effect here. Maybe we'll put a little flash in here just to show it off. Again, you can add your Facebook comments if you chose to. Now you've got your product image. Again, our product image is already set, so we're just going to leave that for now. And then we've got another text box which has the product details. So in this case, we're going to change this and have it say hoodie, because it's a hoodie. And you can change some of your text things here. You can make it bold if you want, etc. Again, you can add your effect or you can add your Facebook comments. Once we're done with that, all we have to do is hit save to save it. And then, of course, we can go back and preview it. And so that's what our preview will look like. Now, obviously, the animation effects won't show up here. They won't show up until we publish this. But you can see it's got the buy now. It's got the shirt. So it's very cool. Good stuff. It says hoodie now, says Utah, so all those changes are in there. Now, when we're done, if this is exactly what we want, all we have to do is hit the publish button. And that will create a published version. And then we have to hit install to actually put it onto Facebook. So I'm going to hit install on Facebook. And then I'm going to choose one of my pages here. So I'm just going to choose this one here, random. It's one that I don't really use. I'm going to put it on tab 2 because I believe we used this one for that other one that we showed. I'm going to hit install. Okay, and so now it's installed onto our Facebook page that quickly. This is just a shortened link to get to it. So we're going to copy that. Okay, so there it is. We've got our information in there. It's all installed. And of course, if we come over here, you can see this is the ta-da, the little effect we added, which is the little bounce. I think we added another effect. Yeah, there we go. This is the flash effect that we added. Again, you don't need to put these effects on there. I just put them on there to show you. And of course, when we're ready to buy, you can hit buy now. And there we go. It links directly to the Teespring front page in this case, just for testing. So as you can see, it's a very customizable, very easy to use product. And I'm really excited to actually get going with this just because of all the customizability. And even in this case where we've got this pre-built template, if we head back here, you can actually add more stuff. So if we wanted to add, let's say you wanted to add an autoresponder to this, you can do that. So you can put your form code in here, and then you would have an autoresponder. And of course, the autoresponder will work with any of the autoresponders, whether you've got Aweber or GetResponse, etc. You want to get rid of something, just drag it off. And of course, you can also add some other things here. Let's say we wanted to add a footer. You could add a footer to this. Okay. And this is where you can put your Facebook comments if you wanted. And so now we'll have Facebook comments at the bottom. You can add your animation effect if you choose to. You can put a message here. I don't know. Let us know what you think. Okay, and of course, you've got all of your text effects in here, so you can bold it. We could center it if we wanted. We can add a style to it. We can make it let's say a heading 2. And then we can just hit save. And because this is already published onto the Facebook page, when we hit save, all we have to do is head back over here, reload the page, and now it says, Let us know what you think, and you can add your own comment. Okay, so that's how easy this is to use. And again, you know, I've messed with a lot of these things that create pages for, that create content for your Facebook pages and whatnot. But this to me is one of the most dynamic and effective ones that I've had. And again, you know, I've got LeadPages, so I can create opt-in pages and things like that that will work on Facebook. But this really is a great program if you don't have something like that, or if you do have something like that, but you really want to get into much more than what is available in some of those other programs. This really is, I mean, just fantastic. You know, all the different things that you can do in here, whether you're doing webinars, whether you're selling things, whether you've got a giveaway, you know, whatever it happens to be, you've got all of this built right in. So it's very exciting and highly recommended. Again, you know, for all those who wrote to me and said, hey, have you checked this out? Hey, have you checked this out? I'm really glad you did, because I probably wouldn't have looked this closely at it. But, you know, this is great. And the other great thing about it is that if you run, let's say, go back to our Teespring campaign here. If you run something like a Teespring campaign on Facebook, so let's say you're running ads, you know, now you can run an ad directly to the sales page that's inside of Facebook, and it's going to save you a ton of money on advertising, because if you're sending people to Facebook properties, in other words, your Facebook page, you're going to save money. They're not going to charge you as much per click as they would if you're sending them directly to an off-site location like the actual Teespring page or your home page. So not only is this great for building pages right inside of Facebook, but if you're going to do any kind of Facebook marketing and advertising, you'll actually save money in your advertising. So again, highly recommended. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know, and we will talk to you over the weekend.